All right, let's dive into a story you might think you know, but we're going to look at it from a totally different angle. This is a tale of two brothers, yeah, but it's really about two competing ideas of what power even is. And it all boils down to one question.
How is true authority actually won? I mean, really won. Is it something you grab in one big, dramatic, violent move, with a hunter's hand? Or is it something you have to build, slowly, patiently, through years and years of quiet study? That's the question that's going to drive this whole story.
You know, every news story really has to start with an ending. And in this case, the life of a great patriarch comes to a close. This creates a huge power vacuum, and it totally sets the stage for a new generation to step up and try to make their mark. And just look at the kind of timescales we're talking about here. Salah, a descendant of Shem, lived for 433 years. I mean, wow. His death isn't just some family event. It's the end of an entire chapter of history. It's a monumental shift. And get this, just as that old world fades, a new one is born. At the very moment Salah passes, our two main characters, the twin brothers Jacob and Esau, turn 18. Talk about timing, right? They're standing right at the starting line, and the future, well, it's pretty much all on them. So even though they start from the exact same point, the brothers make two totally opposite choices. And these choices are going to send them down completely different paths that will define, well, everything. And this just lays out the contrast perfectly. On one side, you've got Jacob, slender, thoughtful, the quiet observer who's all about learning. And on the other side, Esau. He's wild-spirited, intense, impatient, a man of the wilderness, a master hunter. They're like two sides of the same coin, but living in completely different worlds. So Jacob, he plays the long game. His dad Isaac sends him off to the house of Shem and Eber, his ancestors, and he stays there for, get this, 32 years, just learning, studying the ways of the Lord. This isn't a power grab, it's a deep, long-term investment in wisdom. But Esau, he wants nothing to do with that. No patience for studying. He stays right where he is, choosing the rough, real world of the hunt. He's a man of action, defined by what he can do with his own hands right now. But here's the thing. Don't just write Esau off as some simple outdoorsman. The sources are pretty clear that he was also incredibly crafty. He knew exactly how to play people, how to win them over with flattery and manipulation. His strength wasn't just in his arms, it was in his charisma, and it was sharp. Okay, so here's where the pressure really starts to build. A famine hits the land, things get tense, and right in the middle of all this, another major player enters the arena, a powerful hunter. Suddenly, we have two masters of the wilderness who are about to realize this land ain't big enough for the both of them. And this timeline just spells it all out. Famine starts. Esau is out in Seir, building his legend as this incredible hunter. But at the same time, the powerful King Nimrod is patrolling the very same lands, and he's getting seriously jealous of this up-and-comer. You can just feel their paths getting closer and closer, heading for a collision. And here we go, the climax. This isn't some long, epic battle. No, this is a sudden, lightning-fast, and brutal fight for total dominance out there in the wild. See, Esau doesn't challenge Nimrod face-to-face. He's a hunter. He uses his skills. He waits, hidden, finds the perfect moment, and then he springs the trap. The hunter has just become the hunted. The fight itself is absolutely ferocious, but it's over in a flash. Nimrod is a legend, and he's got two of his best men with him. But Esau's ambush is just too much. He fights with this raw, desperate power and just completely overwhelms them. And then, just silence. In a few hard-pounding moments, it's all over. A king and his guards are dead. The most powerful man in the known world taken down by one lone hunter in the middle of nowhere. But the danger is far from over. Nimrod's warriors, they're close. They heard the commotion, and now they're coming running. Esau's got to move, and he's got to move fast, because that window to escape is closing with every single step they take. But Esau doesn't just bolt. He's thinking. He grabs Nimrod's really valuable garments. And these aren't just clothes, They're the symbol of his power over the entire land, passed down for generations. This is huge. In that moment, Esau isn't just a guy who won a fight. He's grabbing the crown, the very mantle of authority. But here's the catch. When you seize power that violently, it always comes with a price, a huge one. Esau may have won the physical battle, but the aftermath,
well, it's going to be absolutely devastating for him personally.
He stumbles back to his brother's camp completely spent. He's physically drained, emotionally a wreck. And in this moment of pure desperation, everything gets really simple for him. The future, the birthright, none of it matters. All that matters is not dying right here, right now.
And this is where the quiet scholar makes his play. It's so clinical, so calculated. Esau is on the verge of collapse, begging for food. And Jacob, after all those 32 years of study, he sees his one chance. He doesn't ask for gold, he asks for the one thing he could never earn himself, the birthright. And just like that, Esau agrees. He trades his entire future for a bowl of stew. Unbelievable.
Now, the actions of these two brothers don't just stay between them. Oh no. The ripples from Esau's impulsive violence and Jacob's patient scheming are about to completely reshape the politics of the entire region. And this table just lays it all out. It's an incredible power shift. Jacob, the younger son, is now legally the elder. Esau, the firstborn, is stripped of his status. And Nimrod's kingdom, that empire built on brute force, the second he's gone, it completely shatters.
And that right there is the heart of it all. The authority Esau won with a sword, he lost in a moment of weakness for a bowl of stew. Meanwhile, the authority Jacob spent decades cultivating in silence, he secured it legally, with a contract.
Which really leaves us with this final thought to chew on. What does this story really tell us about destiny? Was this all part of some grand plan for Jacob? Or did he just seize an opportunity that his brother's impulsive actions created for him? Is destiny chosen, or is it seized?